And welcome back to episode of Link Click, episode 4. Last time we had still on the episodic trend, but I guess now we're starting to have more of dive into what happens if they really truly royally fuck up the past, and yeah, pretty much change it, because pretty much we have a guy who fucked up on that one specific day, and his life has been ruined ever since. Well, the guilt has been there ever since, and wants to say something. Wants them to go back in time, take over his body, and say some words that he couldn't say at the time because he was, too emotional. But then they fucking pretty much fucked it over by not having that guilt in the first place, which is bad for timeline. So yeah, either the whole fucking team is gonna get killed by that blonde guy, who I still think is the course corrector of this world, you could say, the guy who will kill anyone who is out of line, who is going off script, going off of the canon events. And I guess we'll see what happens then. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Ba 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 ba. Yep, butterfly effects. What? If the major events still happen, because sometimes a major event in the future overrides any small events in the past. Like, you winning a war. If you win a war, all the battles before it doesn't quite matter. Well, they still do matter, but it still affects little details and such. But the majority of the small changes don't quite matter. But now they fucked it up. Yeah. Like, the basketball team winning or losing. The key point, if they lost, they lost, no matter how many points they scored. Okay, so they'll still be disappointed. The school will still shut down the basketball team, no matter how much they scored. They lost. So the only small difference is pretty much how they feel and how disappointed they are. Which the closing of the basketball team could override entirely. And his regret will still be there, because he probably would still feel like he is the one that made it, that they lost. But they didn't lose now. So, yeah. You fucked up. Yep, that's the main regrets. You should be sucking and not win the battle. That's the regrets. Butterfly effects. Is this just punishment, or did the future actually change? Okay, so just punishments. Okay. Nope. The biggest key point hasn't changed. Same thing. Coach is just a teacher in sports. Oh, specific sport. Well. Because it's you. You you kind of are responsible for injuring him. That's why. Probably also the reason why he did it in the first timeline. Oh, down, yeah. That's great. Okay. I'm gay. Yeah. That was something different. But what is it? Okay. Oh, that's some rusted ass spikes. Who is she? Ah. Yes, he lost his grass. No, yeah, most people, a lot of people do. It's, that's called scheme of a person. He's fine. Okay, hell, that was some accents. More in the middle. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Mm. What the fuck is? What the fuck is this? A historical drama? Closer. Oh, not really. It's negative and negative, or positive and positive. You going for it? You smooth criminal? Really is an old town. Hmm? So he did confess to his brother about her brother too liking her, I guess. Hmm. Everything else is up to him. Hmm. What is treating this as a big game of basketball? What? Oh, you guys moving? Okay. Ah, one of you is moving. That's the reason for different hair color. Can't read. Oh wait, there was translation. When you something, I realized too late that there was translation with someone else. Look at her in the eye. Hmm. Do it. How many people are gonna end up dead? Hmm. Woods. Oh, no, okay. No, you just. It's your father. Does he look at him like a lousy dad? And that's a whole duck or chicken. That's a big chicken leg. Mm-hmm. You want this? So that's what the argument's about. Okay. You have the money for that? Reporter. Ah, yeah, that's what it's photography. Reporter's fine. If final message. Okay. Is that surprising in a good way or in a bad way? Good way. Fuck yeah. 3 pieces of information just not given to us. No. No, I guess yes. What? Even more? You ate fucking rice and a chicken. Okay. Ah. Ah. That's happy noodles. What's the significance of that? Okay. So, it's, wait. Ah. Earthquake. Ah, that's what. Ah, no, is this village gonna be hit by a goddamn earthquake? Is this gonna be a goddamn Kirinawa situation? Yes, PTSD. Yep. Some key points override all. Yep, Kiona situation. So, are you gonna do Auntie? uh, we're gonna fuck up the time. Are you, are you gonna reveal that he already sent somebody? Are you gonna reveal that he actually killed somebody by changing the past? Wow, a three-parter. Huh. Yeah. I guess it's literally a less romanticized version of Kimono, I could guess. Well, not really, but something in a similar vein of that type of concept. Disaster in the past, link future and past, try to change things, but no. Being less romanticized, it's actually doesn't quite change much. Well, they have the more possibility of, like, you know, you'll fuck up the future entirely, and maybe even create a paradox of you're not of saving your own parents and you never being sad on that one day, living a totally different life, and this diving back in the picture never fucking happened. But that would mean that you wouldn't change the past, so yeah. I forgot. It doesn't have a goddamn end credit scenes. Okay, so that's why they regrets from the past that you can never change. Yeah, I guess so. I should have thought it would be weird that he would specifically need them to pass on these messages to the past. But I just thought that he just lost connections after that one day and just never was really on speaking terms again. And speaking terms until, you know, he moved out, got his own life, kind of in the city, and just never looked back on the connections. And for his mother, would be better to say something on that one day than, you know, years later. So, yeah. Well, either way. I don't know. It's this episode. I feel like it's just a bridge between the bigger. You know, the first episode introduced us to the notion of not changing key points of history. But this episode, I feel like just a bridging point between that type of bridging between introduction and then the aftermath. I feel like, because not much has happened this episode except for, you know, figuring things out and clarifying things. The next episode is probably gonna be the actual, you know, the actual thing that's the earthquake's gonna happen. Where in China is most likely to have earthquakes? Earthquakes in China. Disaster cost 3.3 billion first quarter. What? There's Taiwan. Chongying. Most of the earthquakes are at the west part of China. Well, at least earthquake today says that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have much more else to say. It really just feels like an bridging episode between the introduction and then the aftermath. You know, not boring, but necessary, but not the best middle parts of a story. So yeah, I guess with that said, that's this episode of Link Click, fuck, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.
And here are the people who decided to sell out their souls. Welcome to hell.